Please join Dogs Deserve Better in asking the Central Pennsylvania Humane Society what they have done with Big Boy. 9 days ago, I investigated and reported 7 dogs chained in bad conditions on Gypsy Camp Hollow Road on an abandoned piece of property to Central Pennsylvania Humane Society's Paul Gottshall. After assuring me he would do all he could for these dogs, he took State Police Officer Wagner up there, and apparently they decided to charge me with trespassing as opposed to charging the people who left the dogs in these conditions with any kind of abuse. The question that I pose is this: is it better to punish those who abuse or those who shine a spotlight on the abuse? I think we know how Pennsylvania and Officer Gottshall feel. Saturday, he notified the abusers he was coming Monday, which gave them time to go out there Sunday, clean up, and pull the 2 of the small dogs out of there. They did, however, leave the worst dogs in those conditions. Under Pennsylvania cruelty law, veterinary care is a requirement, and it's quite obvious that these 2 dogs were in immediate need of veterinary care, yet the owners were never charged with any kind of a crime. This isn't the first time Officer Gottshall has let the dogs down. In this 2006 case where I was charged with theft for helping this dog, he actually met me at the vet's office, carried this dog into the vet's, and then testified against me in court, saying the dog was not suffering and the dog was not in need of immediate veterinary care. What do you think? He then refused to file any cruelty charges against the owners and even came to court once again against me when Dogs Deserve Better attempted to file a private criminal complaint against the owners. As a matter of fact, in the 8 years that I've been working for America's Chained Dogs and living in Blair County, Officer Gottshall has never once charged in cruelty for any of the cases that I brought him. That's right, never once. And I've only ever brought him the worst ones because I knew the other ones were hopeless. By contrast, 3 times in the past year, cases reported to the Pennsylvania SPCA by Dogs Deserve Better resulted in the animals being relinquished, charges filed against the owners, and the dogs being released to Dogs Deserve Better for our foster care program where they were able to be loved and adopted into new inside homes and families. Despite the fact that I repeatedly told Officer Gottshall that Dogs Deserve Better, a 501c3 nonprofit rescue organization, would like to pull any of these dogs that were relinquished from this case and put them into our foster care program so that they could be house trained and learn how to live inside the home with a family, he refused to allow Dogs Deserve Better to pull any of them. Many other 501c3 rescue groups have attempted to pull the 3 dogs as well so that they didn't get killed in the shelter, but none was allowed. They were told that the shelter would be adopting out the brown dog and the hound dog from there, but that Big Boy was not be available for adoption and they would release no further information on him. Dogs deserve better than life on a chain and death in the shelter. I did not do my absolute best for these dogs, risk my own personal health and safety, in order for them to just be killed in the shelter. That is morally and ethically wrong. Any shelter who puts the animals first will release these animals to qualified rescue groups so that they may receive the care that they deserve. This also enables shelters to give care to more dogs and kill less dogs because they have more room.
There's my big boy. There he is. How is he today? Huh? How are you? Treat catcher. Yes, very big boy.
Please stand with us in demanding an answer to this question. Central Pennsylvania Humane Society, what have you done with Big Boy? Why have you not released him to a rescue group when you knew that people wanted to help him? What have you done with him? Are you a donor to this organization? Do you wonder why they're not releasing dogs to qualified rescue groups in order to provide more room in their shelter and not stop the killing of innocent animals? Let them know today. This dog definitely deserved better than life on the end of the chain and death in the shelter. Please make sure that has not happened to him by raising your voice. We want to see proof that he's still alive. Please go to the shelter and adopt this dog or this dog so that they do not suffer a horrible ending. Remind the Central Pennsylvania Humane Society who they work for. They work for the animals, not the people who abuse them, and not the cops, but the animals. And it's their job to protect the animals and let them go to qualified rescues who can help them. Stop the killing now. Join our coalition to end chaining at unchainedpadogs.com.